Unuandofo, Baby Biara, or Shay Pia, high degree Manson channel so. Mede and chia sonko Emma will be Biara. Made in chia, no or dosronko Emma will be Biara. Or the Apumum tear and a serifenia. And then the any Pamian son. And I didn't commodate a brew. Baby Bia will pay free Bia, yet I was it. And moi, adventure, any Mafutu Amudia Benina, Yesum. Yiki Manson, Missy Minimity, at the Asada, any cabia, and a mamma. May I make a say, your friend D.K. Manson, which me and friend Uncle Manson, and I escuba tietia. Naya twaso, your pentemunti. Unia, and then. Your topic I had bro no a more rem. Many Miss Effie Love. Any Miss Kukua. Do go na nim no video ba bia and your friend Miss Grace. And it is some day Abraham. Yade and penetrium and como and Abraham. Odo there and here. Obia ni se odo de obia hwehwe odo ene natena na oni obi te na nipa no no wa onua enkosi hwe emfa bibia emrew nti yenni kan hwe oni obi te nipa no do ana wondo enka me ya yese odo de ewo mao odo ewo mao oba na wodo no ono nso do Patenasi bisa wo oba na wo kun ho bibibia wo be bia wo biru mojani ena asimasi no nipa kro nso odo wo de na yenhwe enema kakra ede entokwa ene neoma nkitinkiti muna ne neema eba relationship mu abrofo be kind of frustration obi e frustrated ewo relationship ba owo mu a na echere say relationship na owo onim de egusi se berima no dono ana oba no dono onim nti wo ya de a wonji na kuma mu enye nie onua oba na woni ne ti no ni padodo se ne hia no wa abonten ese ne pe a wonti wanti ase nipa dodo osen eni hia oba na woni ne te e ka wo ho nsem woni kire no na esan se odo wonti no oba e no obebiebie mu di kire wo na wamfa nhye ne tim nipa dodo osen e na oba na woni ne te no wo hia wo mo esan se odo wonti no obuni ne nyina guso unim se odo bi na wondo wa obere Udo obi na nipa no ndo a unim se obre nko fa bre nso a nipa na wodo no hu se nipa no nso ye den edo ena wo be frɛ no ena na me wo ha ena me hu ye ena ma yesi aya na panifo ka se emma bi mu timu osu sa na meri ma bi sutie oba bi ni be ma bi bebo brasa ebeduru ba bi no minua na ni beba ne ho so no e bia na be ma no okoware ana na waware dada yesremu uni obiti na wo mpena onua ka kire no e bia ti amene woti no enko wi awade obi kura wo a opo obi one ne betwempena abra onye den omo nware opempena twa keke won nti no e bia obi nso wo a bibi na wo hia firi wo muma ye ni nokre enkyere ye ho wadi oba bia chi ache still unim na busuafo wadi oba bia chi ache won fa wo nyehwe obuo mapaye ka no obuo no ebi ni relationship nim Oba na wo ne ne ti no be du nipa mu na wo tiatia no na wo jojo no. Onua agyae na mfataw. Wo mpe na amane nko. Obi wo baabi a wo hia obi a wonsa aka ne mu enne a wodi ni di aguri. Onua nya relationship bia na de wo bekwa awade mu. Relationship bi wo ha eba ya kwa mu ebeboaye etenetene ye. Enti no aya ada bia na meka se yehia nipa bonfo ansa na yehia nipa papa yahu. Tibrofo beka ne se we meet few wrong people before we will finally meet right people. So when you meet a right person, you will finally know, because you have tasted what is good and what is bad. Until you say one talk in Sushemwa, who says you mugu ahodo. Unia, Obana one in it. Umfanu kusifia, Jai, then fatal. Bibina uba free or miniaba, and fatal, catch them. Obey to me on Beboa. On to me, Mwawa, and your force, no papa no. And you do bar we are say. Intimacy relationships na etin. Minua. And kofo bi ba metiti. Ebinumu ti awade mu, enso mo ye single. Ebinumu ti awade mu. Awade ne mfa won kosi hwe. Na tie. Abrante bi sore. No de waye na dwen se. Amanfo ma no obewiom. Na wokuhia abayiwa bi. Abayiwa no dom yie. Abayiwa yi de na kuma nyina ma abrante. Nti na abayiwa yi nim baabi abrante ni kusi. Tie ma dwendwen to abayiwa yi so. Da bia wo sore anu wusu, wo tete o haha. Abayiwa no sore ye no, obet onko tete wo montini amanfo ka no. Abrante no ne na etwempuna no, na abrante na ware. Wanka hwe. Nusiniti ase na oka eto ana kwantu so. Sa abaya ya meka ne ho asemi. Okokohia obi. Nipa no gene tata. Sene na nipa no ekrokro no. Esanse relationship a wodi kan ko mu a ankosi ne yie nti no. Kwantene na nimu ama abranti na mum na abranti ni papa. Nti akira abaya yi hu se abranti na wo woni ne tia wonfa abranti ne nyehwe na abranti no so aso ni mu ye no. Sa abranti ni papa no. Sa time no na abranti no so na kuma atoni yam. Watu na kwantu so. Wacha oba no ho. Nti sebi empra duasa. Merima nyina anyepe. Sana maya nso nyina anyepe. Minua. Nti wokohia obi na wode akoma pam edowa. Eya adoni bi. Eya adoni bi. Na oni. Niema de akomahyew eba. Niema de akomahyew ba. Ebi ni se de ye hwehwe expectations. Eya de ye hwehwe free afa ba ko no ho ne se ebi obeye wei minua abaya wo kohia no animanimu ya wo pese wo ne tena bobra no wo sorry a na wo oda pizza mame na misika asan empuna twemu enya force se wo behwe obi ba wo mbeti wakoma na broken heart ya na mama nka broken heart asem kiro se bi nche wo da broken heart chewa ba ko udidi a wo me wo te hwa ehwa na se wafo hu aka obi so bibia anyo wo da ade nchentem ebia wada nonkron wo de onim se wada wani bete wo so no na afi na nonkora pam sima duasa broken heart ya banku ana aduane ne nkwan si wani mu a wanhwe ya otwa aduane no de bonsu nti onua hweye abaya na wahia ne sesi a wotu sika gu ni so no wo se no na daachi bi woni ne tena na wo nyɛ saa bi mu a de na wo pese wo dwene obeye den ana odo na wo ma no eso ate mi nua ma ya mo nyai saa de no ne mfata mo obi ahia wo sesi a eni na nu ni nansa ena me light bill ena me ma yare ena komo de me unhunu na wonidi nti emaye nya tirimupo bi emerima nya tirimupo bi se aba afana ya mere ni na ide wo mfa me nkosi hwe nti no jeje me ho ne ma de a ma me nso me ni nye bibi enumu be hu se nipa no nso ye den afa ne ho adwen na opo bi one ne bebobra je wo nipa bebiri a omote sesi a omo ne nkrofo etwempena nanso ye wo wona dura wade a obe ware wo enko relationship mu fa wo ha wo ko minu abema enkofo obi abaya se open na ya sesrade na atu abranti a wasi so wapem ma sa aden ede na obeso hu o ma mu bi ba bi a wakudri mase nwimfa na kutia na fa na futu ushia me na ofra me uncle Manson na meje so minua fa na futu wapem ma sa ade se ope ode na obeso hu o ma mu ope se o kofa oba ne nufu ye 3 na kosu akuma yetu ana kwame obo ade bese minu ya mecha wo ba bibiara wo nti wo relationship na wo mfa oba no nkosi hwea ense ne mre woni oberi ma biti na wo mpena ense ne mre pai mu ka kire no minu ya ba wo ya mefe mpena keke na mepese me ne wo twi no kura wo ne kan ya nanso wo kan wi a na wo ho ato relationship na wo mu wan kasa wonim se mfa wo kosi hwe minu aba nso still wudum jai na mfatao jai na wo se wo mre jai na wo ti wakoma se wo ti relationship mu oni abrante mu ntumi ni nkomo oni oba no ntumi ni nkomo minu adwane da bia abaya ya yebiti oba nchen a wo be ye call so sa o ti obi a na nkane ye friend space to space no ena me wofa ena na me ne asimasi na kasa minua dwane je wo krankwa oni abrante ebiti obekwa abrante no no wasiesie ni dam dada edam hu ayi neat minua game no onka ho minua ba enkobre wo nkwa se da bia wo de ne ma ye fia ne ye frɛ wo se besi e wo mobo nti na wo de hu de ekɔ ye hia wa ene ye frɛ wo beri ma no teki beta na ho te beta o pe bibi di ni baby awura ene wo frɛ wo watana se adwene ho ti misro minua enkuhu mma obi na wabusuafo hia misraw bibiri misraw medim kutudwe misraw se chonhu firi sa abrante chonhu firi sa ba na obo awade mu nsem relationship mu komo ye hu adu ni America na nyese binim e chan wa wutie mi no na mmomu nim se ne America no ebuom abrante a opese woni wotena abaya a opese woni wotena no oka ni ambitions niema a opese woye e kirew obie na kuma mu kirew e na me ma me se aba abrante a opese woni wotena no ono wo nante ye be ye 2 days na wotwe mienu na watu di foforo o fa din a wodi mu ni mfrew o di din kura be frew a obeye nsakirae kakra obi a opese woni wotena no madwini o ka bibia o ka se ye o na da be na ye be ye sei bia nso ono kwa na be ye na branti a abaya on it na me koye we me nema we hu hia me on de bibi bia obeye bia hu hia no chen relationship no me nu adwane dwane je wo krankwa ye di besi ha me de twi version me besi ha ye besi ya Miss Effie Love sister bi ana no ati papa ode semode ebro na Miss Effie Love wia Miss Kukua Sister Grace the video no na etwa mu no etwa so na nipa bebre anti ase Miss Kukua eba state madam ase.
Hi guys, my name is Effie Love and today I come your way with relationship and breakup. Yeah, you heard me right. Relationship and breakup. So as we already know, we know relationship, what relationship is. At least we know relationship has several meaning, but today we are going to talk about the boy-girl relationship. They having something going on in between them, and so we will also talk about what a date is, when somebody requests that you go talk to each other and all that, and also lastly breakup. Oh, the broken hearts people, sorry, breakup. That is the two of them, when they came together, they decided that they can't stay together anymore, and so they have to go their separate ways. So that's the relationship between the relationship, date, and breakup. Now the question is, why do people even want to start dating in the first place? Two people from several backgrounds, several places, they come and meet, and yeah, but I believe sometimes the attraction, you know, the crashes. You see someone, oh my god, this cute guy, this beautiful lady, and you approach the person in the first, and you people talk, and then if the conversation goes well with you, then something can start. A date can start. You people fix a day, you go and sit down, you talk about it. If things work out, then they move on. But the question has to also be, people are there, why would they want to leave in the first place? I believe sometimes if things are not working, then you both have to decide and leave and go your separate ways. For me, for instance, we had an understanding. That's where we're working as I wanted it to be, and he also wanted something and he wasn't getting it, so we had to go our separate ways, whereby we broke up. That's also a mutual thing. Although I know some of you didn't get it lightly. Sometimes the person did something very hurtful that got you people to break up, and understand, sorry about that. But I believe in a relationship, if things are not going the way you guys want it to go, then it's important, it's the best thing that you go your separate ways, so that peace will reign, so that the both of you will have a peaceful life. Or if the person is doing something that is hurting you, cheating or anything of that sort, and you think you can't take it, then my darling, my dear guy, you have to leave, so that you have your peace of mind. Sometimes you just have to understand it and leave. So that's very hurtful that got you people to break up, and understand, sorry about that. But I believe in a relationship, if things are not going the way you guys want it to go, then it's important, it's the best thing that you go your separate ways, so that peace will reign, so that the both of you will have a peaceful life. Or if the person is doing something that is hurting you, cheating or anything of that sort, and you think you can't take it, then my darling, my dear guy, you have to leave, so that you have your peace of mind. Sometimes you just have to understand it and leave, so that after everything you really have any regrets leaving. Most importantly, leave with the right course, so that when I left, I have not had any regrets yet, because we got an understanding and we left, and so there's no regrets so far. It's been a wonderful journey. And some people will ask, is it important that you have, like, you become friends with your exes and all that? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I wouldn't advise you though, but you can have that high, but even that one you have to limit it, because playing with fire can sometimes quench you, you understand? And so me, I would advise you to have that kind of friendship with your ex, because it's too dangerous. Although you people can talk sometimes, but you shouldn't have that kind of convo. So you hear somebody say, "Oh, me and my ex, oh, we are fine, we talk, we are friends, we sometimes even meet." Oh, my darling, you're playing with fire, and sometimes it might quench you one day. If you have something important going on with another person, you don't want to try it, you don't want to start it at all. And so when you're dealing with your ex, just be careful. That is one thing. I would also want to say, relationship is nice if you get the right person. If you get the person who understands you, you know, the person gets you and you also get the person. If the person respects you, honor you, show you kindness, is there for you, I believe it's worth trying for and it's worth fighting for. If there are minor things that is causing a problem, I think there's something that can be dealt with. If you see the person loves you so much, the person got you, you also get the person, you guys have this communication going on, things are moving on, then my darling, don't leave. Just be with the person. Try and work it. If it's stressing, you can work your way around it. But there are some other stuffs, Charlie. If you are getting the respect that you need, then I would advise you to be where you are. But if things are not working, if things are not going on the way you want it to go, if the person disrespects your family, is cheating on you constantly and is not willing to change, if some things are not working, then I advise you leave, so that you have your peace of mind, so that you, maybe somebody important is waiting for you to have that nice time with you, to share in your love stories, to pamper you, to give you that energy that you want, like be there for you. So my darling, today I came your way with relationship, dates and breakups. See you next time. It's Efila. Bye bye.
Hi guys, welcome back to another edition. For today, we're going to talk about relationship and breakups. That's an interesting one. But before that, we need to know what relationship is. I believe relationship is a connection between two or more people, but then we are going to be looking more on the man and a woman relationship. So, what makes a good relationship? I believe for a good relationship to stand, you need to have, this is strictly based on my opinion, you need to have good communication skills, good conflict resolution skills, and you need to be respectful as well. You need to respect each other. So when we say you should have good communication skill, we are not in the heads of each other whilst in a relationship. So if you feel you are not comfortable with what your partner is doing, or there's something your partner is doing that you don't like, you need to tell the person that, hey, this is what you're doing. You sit the person down in a very respectful manner, and then you lay down your concerns to him. And then for we to say conflict resolution skills, being able to resolve conflict is actually a skill, because not everybody knows how to do that. Many people do not know how to say sorry. So when you're in a relationship, you need to weigh the pros and cons. If the person you are with doesn't know how to say sorry, then I think you need to advise yourself. You need to have good conflict resolution skills to be able to have a healthy relationship, because when you're dealing with people, there's bound to be arguments. You are bound to have misunderstanding. So this is where you are going to put the skills into use. And when we say being respectful to each other, you need to be able to lay down your consent in a very not in a rude way. It's not only men that need respect, women also need respect as well. So you need to treat your partner with all the utmost respect that you can. For example, you go out with your partner, let's say both of you are having misunderstanding. The fact that you have a misunderstanding doesn't mean when you go out you should let other people know that there's something going on. You can always come back home and then resolve your issues. you don't really need to talk to your partner in a rude way when you're outside. Even when you're inside, or you guys are behind closed doors, you're not supposed to speak rudely to your partner. So these are some of the little things that both of you need to do to have a very good relationship. And when we say breakups, it's actually the opposite of this. If the person is not doing, the person doesn't have good communication skills. When you're chatting with the person, you're talking to the person doesn't even bring his or her opinion on board. It's like you're the only one putting in the effort. It's not going to work, because the relationship is an effort between both of you. For the relationship to stand, both of you need to put your effort in it. So if the person doesn't have good communication skills, it's going to be difficult. You might feel you're dating yourself. And also, with the respect, if somebody doesn't have respect for you, the person will make you feel less of a human being, because nobody wants to be disrespected. Even with our parents, when they talk to us anyhow, it hurts our feeling. Not to talk of somebody that you expect to spend the rest of your life with. If the person doesn't respect you, you need to pack your bags and leave. That's my opinion. Because if somebody doesn't have respect for you, he or she is going to disgrace you, and then your self-esteem that you have with friends or family, they are going to look at you somewhere and say, why are you letting this person do this to you? You should advise yourself when you're in that kind of relationship. And then also, if you are with somebody who doesn't have good conflict resolution, the person doesn't know how to say sorry, there's too much pride saying sorry. The person feels so boastful. He or she is so full of himself to say sorry. Okay, that's kind of a very bad place to be in a relationship with, because you can't be with somebody who doesn't know how to say sorry. The person expects you to say sorry when he or she is at fault. That's actually kind of bad. And I'll advise you to leave, because as human beings, we are bound to default each other. We are bound to make mistakes. So if you are with somebody who doesn't know how to say sorry, then I think you should advise yourself. And also, if your partner is so proud and he or she is full of himself, it kind of won't work, because anywhere you go, he or she wants to boast as to what he has or she has. It actually won't work. So when you're entering into the relationship, you need to ask yourself, you need to ask your partner, or the person you perceive he or she would actually be your boyfriend. You need to ask, or girlfriend, you need to ask the person these questions. When finally, or when we get to a place in a relationship and then you fall out of love, what are you going to do? Some people, they'll tell you, no, we aren't there yet. When we get there, we'll know what to do. No, you're supposed to ask. Because some people, when it gets to that point of the relationship when it's boring, they tend to leave. And relationship is not supposed to be that way. There are bound to be times where the relationship will become boring. It's up to both of you to put in much effort to spice up the relationship. Relationship is not all about I love you, I love you. There's a need for you to put in much effort, do adventurous things to spice up the relationship. Secondly, you need to know if your goals are in alignment with the other person's goal, because probably with you might have this goal in your head that, oh, within the next 5 years I want to settle down, within the next 3 years I want to settle down. What if the other person doesn't even want to settle down in the next 10 years? You know that you're not in alignment with this person. Your goals are not in alignment with this person. Also, probably you would want to, put up a building, or you would like to invest somewhere in the future, and probably this person is a spendthrift, or he or she spends anyhow. You should advise yourself that this is not somebody you can spend the rest of your life with, or it's not somebody that you can stay with. So these are some of the things you need to weigh before you accept somebody into your life. Also, you need to check your genotype as well. you don't really want to bring in sick babies. It's actually a probability. So if both of you are AS, I won't advise it. You'd have to, stay away. Though there are medical ways for you to conceive without a sickle cell baby, it's actually kind of expensive. It's extremely expensive. So for you not to take the risk, you need to check your genotype as well. We have the common genotypes I know is the AS, AA, and AC. So if you're AS, you need to advise yourself, you need to get someone who is AA. And also your blood group as well. If your rhesus factor is positive, you need to get someone who's positive as well. You don't need to get somebody whose rhesus factor is negative, especially with the O negative. You need to get somebody who's O negative, because if you don't, when your wife gets pregnant, there's bound to be agglutination. The baby would have clots. It just won't work. There are ways in which we can solve this issue, but you don't want to go through that stress. So yeah, these are some of the certain things you need to put into consideration before you accept someone into your life, to know whether the person is respectful, whether your goals are aligned with the person. If you see that all these things are not working, you just back off. And then with the breakups are kind of it's a sad thing. So it's a sad thing. You don't know when you're going to break up. Nobody knows, and nobody wants that. But then I think you should muster up courage, or you should put yourself first when your partner is one abusing you emotionally, physically, mentally. You need to stop that relationship. It's not going to work. You need to break up with the person. If the person doesn't respect you, you need to break up with the person. If the person doesn't have good communication skill, you can teach him or her, but if the person is not willing to learn, you just have to back off. Just break up with the person. You can't change someone unless the person wants to be changed. Change is a decision made by the person himself or herself. You cannot cause somebody to change. Change is a decision, is a mindset, something that somebody would think of. Oh, I need to change. And if this person is not changing, then I advise you to walk away. So these are some of the things that can make a good relationship, and some of the things that can cause breakups. So we'll end it here. See you some other time. Bye.
Motie me ewo twi. Motie miss if you love. Motie miss kukua. Minim se ebeboa mo bebre. Ebeboa ye nyina. Na akwantuo na ayebo no. Minim se wo power de. Nuaba osi mo ache. Ebe yi wate. Ka wakuma to yam. Na nyankopon na ode na numu nsem keke ene boss ro ne asase no. Obekasa gu nshira obeka nshira nsem agu abrabọ so. Si akotre memma daada waja ebia abrante no kra woni netanaya enkanka anwiewie nyankopon nim de ye ena oye ma won. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel DK Manson. We are bringing you more from now. Bye bye.